Hey guys, Joshua Gillespie here, and we're at a fun angle today because let's talk about Escapist Expo. Now, if you don't know what the Escapist is, it's a website similar to things like, screwattack.com, IGN, those kinds of places. It's a gaming site with a lot of different shows, like you might have heard of Zero Punctuation, Jimquisition, that's just the ones I recognize. But no, for the past 2 years they've had this convention. It's only 2 hours away from where I live, so it's convenient to get there. I wasn't even a really big fan of Escapist. I knew who Yahtzee was. But I was like, hey, a convention near where I live? Totally. But then there was another reason to go. My favorite band, Random Encounter, whose shirt I am wearing today, was going to play there. So I was like, I need to go. I need to go see my friends. Because that's the thing, is I'm very good friends with the band Random Encounter. They've helped promote my stuff, and I've helped promote theirs. So it's a very good friendship like that. So it was just to sum it up, it was a great weekend. And I knew I would want to come back this year. So, yeah, I went. And it was basically 3 days of me sitting with my friends, just catching up after a year of not seeing them. So, yeah. Let's talk about things I did. One thing I did was, and it's also going to be partly show and tell, one thing that was really cool was they had a booth for Insomniac, the creators of Ratchet and Clank, Spyro the Dragon, Resistance, games like that. They had a booth, and they were allowing people to play a demo of the new Ratchet and Clank into the Nexus, and so I got a chance to play it, and they gave me this poster. I'm a huge fan of Ratchet and Clank, and just a huge fan of Insomniac overall, so it was great to see them. In fact, one of the people there worked on Spyro the Dragon, which was like, sir, you worked on my childhood. So, yeah. What else? There was a booth. There wasn't a lot of retro games, I noticed. The closest to really hardcore retro gaming was Random Encounter. There was a little booth selling basically what a guy had pulled out of his garage, it seemed like. A lot of Famicom games, which was cool. Didn't buy any, though. I was sort of short on money. But yeah, Famicom games from a lot of systems, a lot of box games, a couple sealed games though too, like Final Fantasy VI, I believe, and Mega Man X, but prices were ridiculous. But he also had a little thing of NES games where I got Dr. Mario for I think it was like $3, and the only problem is there's a name on the back, but I can get rid of that quickly. Also, as I mentioned yesterday, I got this awesome Gravity Falls hat. So, the concert though, Saturday night there was the concert. It was the Warp Zone played one song, Random Encounter then played, and then Miracle of Sound. Unfortunately, I wasn't there for Miracle of Sound because my phone was dying and I needed my dad to come get me. And if my phone had died, I would have been up the creek without a paddle. So unfortunately, I had to leave early, but I did get to see Random Encounter. Amazing as usual. If you ever get the chance to see them, definitely go, because it is a great time. And it was only just even amazing because of just how good of friends they were for me. So yeah, it really, a lot of my friends have gone off to college, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. In fact, I'm proud of them for doing so. I hope I might do so someday, but who knows. But it was nice to see friends again, and to get to hang out with friends, and just have really good social interaction. The people there were really good. I didn't meet anyone that was sort of like, oh, you're just an asshole, which, I don't usually meet a lot of those kinds of people. Well, I wouldn't say I don't always, but the people I hung around with were good people. What I'm trying to think. Okay, let's try complaints. their arcade setup, they had 3 arcade machines. All of them were really wonky. Like the control stick, I was trying to play Arkanoid, and the paddle, the joystick wasn't responding with the game, and I couldn't move the paddle very good, so that doesn't really work with a game like Arkanoid. What else? I felt like I didn't really have a big, oh, I need to go see this panel. I was sort of like on the side of, should I hang out with my friends or go see this panel? Seeing my friends really did always outweigh it. Not saying the panels were bad. I bet they were really fun. It was just nothing I was necessarily interested in. But that's just my personal taste. I mean, there might have been something you would have loved, but for me, they're just either... It was so early that I wasn't able to see it because the vendor room opened at 10. So most mornings I was like, okay, I'll get there at 10. I didn't know for the most that there were like panels going on before then, so you know. But overall, it was a very fun weekend. It was great. Really good to see my friends. Just great atmosphere whatsoever, and I will definitely be going back next year. Now, I guess the ultimate question would be, would I go back if Random Encounter, if my friends were not there? And I would say yes, but I'd have to have a friend with me. That's the kind of place where, with a thing like SGC, it's such a huge community that I already know a bunch of the people that are going to be there, so I don't really want to bring any of my friends because I don't want them to feel left out. With something like Escapist, I don't really know a lot of the people in that community, so I would want to have a friend with me, which is why it was so nice having Random Encounter, all of them there to, just be friends. So yeah, also, the lead accordionist for Random Encounter, Careless, wore my JG Reviews t-shirt during the concert, so maybe people will watch my show. But anyway, that's Escapist Expo in a nutshell in 456 seconds. If you're still watching, hope you enjoyed my little analysis, and I'm just really ready to get JG Reviews Halloween started. So that'll be next Wednesday, will be the start of it. And trust me, you're not going to want to miss it. So stay tuned. I'm Joshua Gillespie. Later days.